What is good, y'all? It's Middleman TV in the building, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. Not really, but we just got to talk about, real briefly, we got to talk about Timothy Bradley the other day. They interviewed him, and he basically came on record saying that, he doesn't feel like Alexander Usyk's an all-time great. Now, the problem with like non-casual boxing fans is it's always about the accolades. You know what I'm saying? And like the accolades do matter. Don't get it twisted. You've always heard me on record saying that like undisputed, going for legacy, stuff like that. I think Alexander Usyk is an all-time great. You know what I'm saying? Just for the simple fact that he became undisputed at cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? And basically took over the division at cruiserweight. Then he moved up to heavyweight as a small guy, and basically beat all the best heavyweights at that time. You know what I'm saying? So he took over the heavyweight division, beat Joshua twice, beat Fury twice. I mean, so it goes without saying that, Alexander Usyk is definitely an all-time great. However, though, like I don't think Tim Bradley elaborated on what he meant, and I kind of got what he meant by what he meant to say was Alexander Usyk would lose to a lot of heavyweights back in the day, and that statement I do agree with. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he should have said. That Alexander Usyk would lose to a lot of heavyweights back in the day. That does not mean he's not an all-time great. To me, the heavyweight division is just a little bit weaker than it used to be, and I think there's at least 4 or 5 guys back in the day that would have gave Alexander Usyk some real problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start with a guy that I truly believe would have given Alexander Usyk problems, and that is Lennox Lewis. Now I get it. Alexander Usyk does well with shorter fighters. He's clever, and so I could see why a lot of people would think that Alexander Usyk would probably beat Lennox Lewis. But man, Lennox Lewis had a crazy, crazy uppercut, man, and he just found a way to get you out of there, man. And I really truly think the only way that you can beat Usyk is to knock him out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think you're gonna trick Usyk. I don't think you're gonna outbox Usyk. I don't think you're gonna come in there as a heavyweight and have more endurance than Usyk, who started off at cruiserweight. Dude's fluid. Dude's got great stamina. Dude's fast for a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? But Lennox Lewis, man, I'm telling you, he would have posed a huge threat for Usyk. I think he would have hurt Usyk. I think he would have knocked him out. And that's just my personal opinion. Another heavyweight that I think would have given Usyk serious problems is Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe was 6'5". He was a killer in his prime. He was big, strong. He could punch. And like I said, to beat Alexander Usyk, you had to be a puncher. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I think that there's a couple guys out there that definitely at least would have gave him better battles than we're seeing today. Um, that being said, I thought the I thought the Dubois body shot was a clean body shot. I saw it plenty of times. To me, it was clean. So when we look at that and put that in perspective, hey man, Usyk is beatable. He's an all-time great. There's no doubt about it, but he's beatable. I think Lennox Lewis would have beat him or gave him real problems. I think Riddick Bowe would have beat him and gave him real problems. And quite frankly, Dubois dropped him with a body shot, and the body shot got taken away. And it shouldn't have got taken away, but it was definitely political. It was definitely political. Um, oh shit! Gotta put my phone on the charger. Damn, ain't no outlets out here either. Damn. All right. So you got Timothy Bradley. Let's go to the video too, man. I want to hear what Timothy Bradley had to say, man. Let's check it out real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear what Timothy Bradley had to say word for word, man. Let's hear. He didn't word it right. You know what I'm saying? He meant the right things. There's a lot of heavyweights back then that would have beat Alexander Usyk, but he didn't say it right. All right, here we go. Man, the volume on this is kind of bad. All right, let's see. Like let's hear it again. I think this is something that we need to address. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Tim Bradley doesn't know how to articulate himself when it comes to like certain things. I think he does. I don't think Tim Bradley's a dumb guy. I just think he didn't say the right things, man. To say Usyk's not an all-time great when he took over the cruiserweight division is insane. To say he's not an all-time great when he took over the heavyweight division in this era is insane. To say that there would have been heavyweights back in the day that would have gave Usyk some problems, I can agree with that. So, listen, y'all. Just because he beat the two best heavyweights of this era. I mean, what more can he do? I get like the only having 22 fights. That was a valid point to me. And like, I do think there's heavyweights back then that would have knocked him out. There's two definitions of a clean out, right? He took over he beat the two best guys in the heavyweight division, and he's won belts in the heavyweight division. So technically speaking, he's damn near cleaned it out. But there's a couple guys on my list particularly that I want to see him fight. Now that doesn't mean that by the definition of clean out the division doesn't mean he didn't clean out the division. But what I'm saying is, I think that I want to see Usyk versus Bakoli. I want to see Usyk versus Zhang. I'd rather see Usyk versus Bakoli. Because Bakoli, to me, is like real dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So I'd like to see that. I want to see the Dubois rematch. I think Dubois learned a lot since the loss, man. And I think, I'm telling y'all, man, Usyk don't want to see Dubois. I have a fight to make. He has to beat Joseph Parker first. I think he'll knock Joseph Parker out. I'm not even joking. I'm real high on Daniel Dubois. I think Daniel Dubois is going to knock out Joseph Parker. So I want to see a rematch between Daniel Dubois and Alexander Usyk because I think Dubois learned a lot since the loss, and I think he can give real problems to Alexander Usyk. Okay? Alexander Usyk is a great. There's no doubt about it. There's definitely some big heavyweights back in the day like Larry Holmes in his prime, Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, and more. I think Holyfield in his prime before he lost to Lewis would have given Usyk a real fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Some of these guys of this era are trash compared to some of the guys I just named. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. Alexander Usyk is an all-time great. There's no doubt about it. And yeah, I'm gonna shit. I have to switch my thing. But yeah, I just want to come on here real briefly and talk about the Alexander Usyk situation. Now, as y'all know, the Gervonta Davis fight is back on. Everyone's talking about it's back on. I don't give a shit, man. He's fighting Lamont Roach. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't know if these are like his tactics, his antics, if he's trying to like reel more fans in, his retirement, saying the fight's canceled. It's corny, man. Like, I don't know how y'all could even respect what Gervonta's game plan is from a business perspective going forward. Like, I saw this guy by the name of Ray Jackson on Twitter today talking about how Gervonta makes millions. Like, dude, you're not touching any of that money. Like, why are you like praising about another man's money, bro? Like, that's weird, bro. Don't ever do that again. Ray Jackson, that's just some really weird people on Twitter and boxing YouTube, man. Some real worshipers, man. Like, do we like the game of boxing or do we like worship celebrities? Like, what type of time are we on? You know what I'm saying, man? So I want to come on here and talk about how Gervonta Davis said the fight's back on. I don't really give a shit about it. I never thought the fight was off. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't bought my ticket yet. And quite frankly, I'm not really worried about it, man. I'll still get a ticket when I get one. I'll come around to it. Lamont Roach shouldn't even be in this position. We all know that. But it is what it is. But the thing I really mainly want to come on here and address is the Alexander Usyk situation. Do I think Timothy Bradley's hating? No, I don't. Because Timothy Bradley was good. He was a 2-time champion. Timothy Bradley did his thing. He had a good career. I think there are better heavyweights out there than Usyk. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Usyk's the best heavyweight of all time. I don't even think he's top 5 heavyweights of all time. He might be top 10 though. But you know, that's just my opinion. We can't just go off the accolades. If we're going off the accolades, then he is top 5. But if we're going off of the eye test and everything that I've seen and just styles, I think there's a few guys out there that would have beaten him. You know what I'm saying? That being said, it's all prediction. It's all something that we can speculate. We'll never know because these guys didn't fight each other, man. But to me, you know what I'm saying? I think had Timothy Bradley worded the hatred a little bit better and would have just said there's fighters back then that would have posed real threats to Usyk, I think he would have come off as less of a hater and he'd be receiving a lot less backlash right now. I kind of think he wanted to receive the backlash, so he kind of just went all in on Usyk, you know what I'm saying? And I don't get why you would go in on Usyk, because as of right now, he definitely is the best active heavyweight currently. Like, he's the best heavyweight. Like, I do think Dubois can pose threats to him, and I do think Dubois maybe can beat him. But I'm not saying Dubois is better than him right now. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta pump the brakes for Timothy Bradley and just be a little bit more honest. Have more integrity. It's a game we love. It's boxing at the end of the day, man. And we don't want to bullshit. And a lot of people are calling bullshit on Timothy Bradley's end. That's just what it is, man. All right, y'all, man. That's all I want. I want to come on here and talk about those 2 topics, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come on here later tonight around, I'll say around 11, 12 o'clock. I got an early flight tomorrow. I got to head back to Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying my little vacation, my little paradise. But I definitely want to come on live and talk about the Alexander Usyk situation and what y'all. Leave y'all comments in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Timothy Bradley's hating and Alexander Usyk's the best heavyweight of all time? One of the best heavyweights of all time, and this man is insane and Timothy Bradley needs to go kick rocks? Or is Timothy Bradley telling the truth and he just didn't word it correctly? And there are some heavyweights out there like Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, Muhammad Ali, and more that would have given Alexander Usyk serious problems. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know. Hit that fucking like button. Y'all know what we do on Littleman TV. Another thing, we'll bless the channel. You already know. Cash App, $ MAXWELLHMITTLEMAN. That's the Cash App. It all goes to the channel. Y'all know how it goes. And that is it, man. I'm gone. Peace.